Okay, so you wouldn't believe this. Like, I saw a video, basically this anti-drug video, the whole drug war, we know, like, oh yeah, don't do drugs, kids, dare to, be afraid, don't do drugs, kids, the whole Nancy Reagan thing. Um, so I saw some Customs and Border official literally say, oh, we've been having a lot more Caucasian people, that are getting caught for drug trafficking essentially because the pandemic and because, farmers assistance, because in the farmlands, in rural areas, a lot of that assistance has ran out essentially. Gee, I wonder why. Since instead of giving subsidies to American farmers, we're giving it to Chinese farmers and we're giving it to massive conglomerate corporations and such. I mean, essentially, the American farmer has been priced out. You cannot make money on a farm anymore. So it's like, oh, well, but it's still illegal and everything. I'm like, okay, so how are they supposed to make money? How are they supposed to make money, Jack? How are they supposed to? Is the government helping? Is the government doing anything? No, the government's literally criminalizing farmers right now in Idaho, and they have a water curtailment going on. And then at the same time, it's like, oh, I mean, so what are they supposed to do? Just go homeless? They can't do that anymore because the grants pass, because now, and this is the ugly thing about the American system. This is the ugly, it's the most anti-human thing possibly that they've done in this country is criminalize homelessness and basically completely curtail the Eighth Amendment, which is cruel and unruly punishment, essentially. So it's like, okay, they're homeless, they get arrested now. So, hey, hey asshole, hey, poor peasant. Since you wouldn't accept my $15 an hour minimum wage, which is pittance basically, because you still couldn't afford an apartment because you're working 70 hours a week, guess what? Now you're locked up for homelessness. Now you're locked up for the simple crime of being poor in the United States of America, the supposed land of the free. And then at the same time, guess what? Private prisons, since that's a thing in the United States, essentially, since we never got rid of slavery, essentially. Yeah. You're going to work for me now for $2 a day. That's what you're going to work, you fucking loser. I'm kidding. Like, but it's just like, the American system is just so broken beyond repair in this country. And it's like people who are thinking like, oh yeah, Biden's going to fix it. Now Harris, essentially, since Biden dropped out, because he's, but they're like, oh yeah, now Harris is going to fix it. And it's like, I'm seeing all of these white women just Harris. Acknowledge my privilege as a white woman. It's like the savior complex is racist itself. Like seriously, like some of these people who are just like, oh yeah, I'm a white person for Harris. I'm a white woman for Kamala Harris and such. It's like, okay, like it's just weird. I mean, it's so weird. I mean, it's definitely the savior complex, but it's like some of the people. I mean, California. Since I grew up in California, a lot of you guys are going to be shocked by this. I experienced the most racism in California. I did not experience racism in Nebraska. Could I have experienced it? Maybe if I lived, maybe a little bit, maybe, but California, man, it is a racist state. Like, if you look up Southern Poverty Law Center, there's like over 100 hate groups. California has the most hate groups in the whole country. And we're talking about a Democrat supermajority. Oh, we're anti-racist. No. Wow, no, it couldn't be further for the truth in that state. And it's just, that's the thing. When it comes to, like, liberal, rich, white women, essentially, a lot of them can say the most racist, demeaning shit about African Americans and people of color. And they'll put it under, like, the savior complex. It's like, see, we know what's best for you. We know what's best for you, young man, young lady. We know what's best for you. And it's like, they say the most behemoth, blasphemous, racist shit that I've ever heard. It's like, they'll say some shit where it's like, oh, you ain't black if you don't vote for Joe Biden, like that, or Kamala Harris, since she's a black woman. I've been hearing some people say that. And it's like,